Hi there. This is a response video to a question that you asked in one of your latest videos, at the end of one of your latest videos, about like what gives our dreams insight, and like is it smarter than us or more intelligent or whatever. And what I think is I think that our souls, or our, yeah, I call it the eternal part of us. I believe that some of it is in our body, but I believe that it's like too big to be contained in all of our body. So I believe that like some of it is outside of our body, and so I call it the eternal part of us. And I think it has like the knowledge of like all our past lives in it and stuff like that, and it's like an energy. I wrote down here. I wrote a bunch of notes after I saw the video and stuff, and I wrote down it's like an energy file folder almost, like for the progression of our soul, I guess, and it has like I think it has all the lessons that we've learned and all the experiences that we had in all of our past lives, but it can draw on that, like we ourselves in this body, you know, if we don't remember our past lives in the conscious mind, you know, this eternal part of ourselves can draw on that knowledge and that experience that we've had in our previous lives. And it also isn't subject to ego, or sorry, I didn't say that right, ego, or hormones or chemical imbalances that we might be having in our brain and stuff like that, or in our body. But it's not affected by it, but it can still translate, like it can still translate insights to us, like kind of being aware of it. I think it's aware of if there's like ego or hormone stuff going on, or chemical imbalances and stuff like that. I think it's not subject to it, but it is aware of it. Yeah, so I think it just kind of works with it, I guess. It works with our chemical makeup of our body and what's going on and stuff like that in our lives and stuff to give us insights. And it can also like transcend space and time and dimension. And it also like, it sees things on like a very base level, which I think is like frequency. I think if you really get down to it, it's like all frequency. So I think it sees things like that. So you know, like when we're trying to look at a situation in our mind, there's all these different components and stuff like that. You know, what that person might think, what we think about it, some subconscious things going on there, some conscious and some conscious things going on as well. So sometimes what's really happening in the situation can get a little bit not diluted, but a little bit misconstrued, I think, when we're thinking about it with our minds. But I think the eternal part of us can see things going on at such a base level, like just a frequency level, that it like just sees truth. I think it really sees truth going on, and it can give us, and it also has like, it can draw on just like infinite knowledge, like basically like the vacuum. I consider the vacuum to be the place of that just all knowledge ends up, like, and so it can draw on just infinite knowledge, and it's like the translator. It's like the translator from like infinite knowledge to like what's relevant. I think it kind of grabs things from, you know, from a place of infinite knowledge. It kind of grabs things out of there that is relevant to us, like like also like, you know, if there's infinite knowledge there, it can grab things that are related to us, like other people's thoughts about us, or, you know, stuff like that. Like that's what I mean by related to us and different situations and stuff. I think it knows what we kind of need to see, or need to hear, or need to feel, maybe. Let's see. Oh yeah. I wrote down here, this is kind of like what I just said, but I wrote it down in an interesting way. It says, the eternal part can differentiate what knowledge is relevant to me. I was talking about to me, or to you, you know, based upon the resonance in vibration between the two. Basically, like, I like to look at things on an energetic level, and I kind of picture like just like infinite knowledge, like information, like just like passing through and stuff like that, and our infinite self can like, because it vibrates at a certain resonance with us, it can vibrate at a certain resonance with stuff, with pieces of information that's in the infinite information that's going on in there. It can, because it's part of us and it resonates with us, any information relevant to us, it can grab and use, you know, for the benefit of the progression of our souls. And so, you know, some is lost in translation, obviously, because it's like, it's an eternal or infinite part of us trying to translate like infinite knowledge and truth into a very finite system, which is like our body. You know, it's a pretty finite. You know, I know that my body will die one day. So it's like trying to translate the infinite into the finite. But you know, we always, like, I know that my body will die one day, but I know that, you know, that eternal part of me will continue on to gain other knowledge, or other experiences and lessons and wisdom. So I think that's about it. Hopefully it wasn't too confusing. So thank you very much. I love your work.